how the trauma of COVID fueled MAGA madness. When I was doing the research on this over the weekend, I just was astonished by the list of characteristics of people who have post-traumatic stress disorder. First off, there are numerous studies out there showing that Americans, the average of the studies suggests that 26% of Americans are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder as a result of having lived through COVID. Over 1 million Americans died because of Trump's incompetence. We had the second worst death rate in the world behind Peru, and Peru was as bad as it was because their president just insisted that COVID was nothing to worry about. So you've got people who are traumatized by COVID, who lived through it, and these are the symptoms of PTSD, of post-traumatic stress disorder. Among them, there's others as well. Hypervigilance and threat sensitivity, causing people to experience heightened alertness to potential and often imagined threats, like Trump's lies about Haitian immigrants. Difficulty with trust, which may lead to skepticism of official sources and greater reliance on alternative information channels. Vulnerability, in other words, to Trump's lies and his claims of fake news when he's fact-checked. Emotional dysregulation, making individuals like Tina Peters, the hundreds of January 6th rioters now in jail, and other Trump followers more vulnerable to emotionally charged lies and MAGA cult membership. Cognitive changes impacting critical thinking skills needed to evaluate information that might contradict the lies Trump and his co-conspirators are promulgating. Social isolation, which may limit exposure to different perspectives and fact-checking from others who try to tell MAGA members how deluded and exploited they really are. Seeking explanations, causing people to have a heightened need to understand and make sense of their experience, making them more open to MAGA's anti-science lies. And avoidance behaviors, leading people to avoid exposure to diverse information sources, keeping them trapped in Trump cult bubbles like right-wing hate radio and Fox so-called news. Multiple studies on this. And what I'm suggesting is that one of the main reasons that we have so many people who have fallen into the, down the rabbit hole of the Trump cult is because they were traumatized by COVID. Now, the good news is that the two main ways that people get out of cults are the cult leader dies or the cult leader is discredited. And if Trump loses in a big way this fall, he will be discredited, and it will probably shake a lot of people out of his cult. I mean, it's going to be a challenge, which means that defeating Trump, that's up to us. That's your work and my work. So vote. Get everybody you know out there to vote.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 202-808-9925.
So those are my first hour thoughts. What are yours? I'll pick up your calls on the other side of this break. Stay with us.